Yeah, good evening. You have seen this keyword, it is not completed. This keyword not completed. File open. See, yesterday you studied. See, integer x equal to 10. Which type of variable? Void show. Which type of method this is? Instance method. Demo d equal to new demo. D dot show. Is it valid? I want to access x here. What we have to write? X. Okay. But this is how many ways to access? What are those? Here, how it is valid? Object reference. Where is object reference? This. Where is this? Implicitly this. Implicitly this. Okay. That means instance variable only two ways to access. Either using object or using object reference. Okay. Now, here, directly we cannot access. It is not called direct. It is not directly. It is called object reference dot x, but it doesn't appear to you. But there is a this keyword. Okay. This keyword, 3 examples you studied. Okay. So this keyword you studied. It is called as, what is this? It is called as an object reference or reference variable, because it refers object. Which object? It always refers current object. Current object. Okay. Will it come implicitly in the instance method? Yes. So it is implicitly present in instance method. Next, initialization block. Next, constructor. Okay. When we have tried explicitly, whenever local variable and instance variable names are same. Okay. This keyword explicitly required. This keyword explicitly required to access an instance variable. Whenever both instance variable and local variable names are same. These points you studied. Okay. So this keyword implicitly comes in instance method, initialization block and constructor. But initialization block not completed. Constructor also not completed. You didn't study initialization block. You didn't study constructor. You studied only instance method. Okay. In this implicitly comes. When we have tried explicitly is whenever instance variable and local variable names are same, then only explicitly required. Okay. This is all you studied. Suppose here, if I write this is static. Now this is instance method or class method? It is class method. Okay. Inside the class method, is it this keyword present? Is it this keyword present? No, because I given it is implicitly present in instance method, initialization block and constructor. These 3 places only implicitly present. Okay. Now inside the static method, this keyword not present. Okay. Suppose if I write, we'll get an error. We'll get an error because this keyword not present. Now this keyword not present. Even myself, if I write this keyword also, error comes. See, first, say up to here you observe, if I remove static, this code snippet will compile and execute, you'll get output 10. You studied yesterday. File, save. Now, see, Java C demo.java, Java demo. You're getting, okay? Just if I add one static keyword, if I add static keyword, it is called class method. Inside the class method, this keyword will not come. If I write, error comes. See, compilation, we are getting error. Okay, one error. Suppose myself I'll write this keyword. Now also error. See, file, save. So, file, save. Again I'll compile. Again same error comes. This place only error coming, you observe. Okay. Here one more point. Static method, nothing but class method. Static method does not support this keyword in any way. Static method does not support this keyword in any way. Write this point, last point. Static method does not support this keyword in any way. Anyway, nothing but implicitly and explicitly. Static method does not support this keyword in any way. So implicitly also error. No, implicit, it will not come. This keyword is not applicable. If you write also error. Why? I'll explain. Static method does not support this keyword in any way. After writing this one, write this one, write it error. Why? I'll explain. Static method does not support this keyword in any way. Why it doesn't support, I'll explain. Is it over? Suppose execution process you observe. Demo class loaded. Open brace executed. After that, main method called. Open brace executed. Here object created. Then memory allocated to instance variable X. That object referred by D. After that, D dot show. This line is valid or not valid? Give me answer. D dot show. Line is valid or not valid? Valid? Sure. It is valid, but not recommended. It is not recommended. It is class method. You can access with object reference also, but not recommended. Okay. So it is valid. Here, D dot show means control comes here. In this line error coming. Why this error coming is inside the static method this keyword not allowed. That is the reason we are getting error. Inside the static method this keyword not allowed. Implicitly also not there. Explicitly if you write also not possible. Error. Why this error? I'll explain. Actually here we have two mistakes. We did two mistakes. What is the mistake? I'll explain. You studied instance method, class method. Without static is called instance method. With static is called class method. When we have to write instance method, when we have to write class method. Yesterday only studied, no? When we have to write instance method, if the instance variable is present, instance method. Otherwise, you studied. This is which variable? Then actually which method we have to write? But what I written? It is our mistake only, no? It's our mistake. It's a one mistake. And static method, is it recommended to call like this? No. How it is recommended now? How? Directly. Now, is it recommended way? No. Like this, can I call or not? Yes, we can call. Okay. Now, this is a recommended style. Suppose if I call like this, control comes here. This keyword refers current object. Where is object? This type of problem comes. That is the reason static method doesn't refer this keyword. So actually, if static method is there in the program, we have to call like this. Then if this keyword is there, object required. If we create object, writing static method is best. Okay. So if you think about this keyword, static rule violated. If you think about static, this keyword rule violated. That type of problem comes. See, actually it is static method. For calling this method, this is only recommended way. If you call like this keyword problem comes. Suppose assume this keyword supported. Assume. If it is supported, this keyword problem comes, no? If it is supported, this refers current object, but object is not there. Suppose if you create object, static rule violated. If you create object, actually calling static method, object is not recommended style. Then if you create object, then static method is wasted. Only instance method you can write, no? Better, no? Like that. So if you think about static keyword, this keyword rule violated. If you think about this keyword, static rule violated. That's what static method does not support this keyword. Suppose, wait. Suppose you may think, what will think? Suppose you may think, if object is there, this keyword should come. Object is not there, this keyword should not come. You may think, but your thinking, my thinking not considered. It's already developed. Your thinking, my thinking not considered. They did research, with that only they prepared the software. Suppose what you'll think is, suppose demo D equal to new demo. If I create object, if I call this type, this keyword should come. If I don't create object, this keyword should not come. Like that you may think. Your thinking is right. But my thinking, your thinking not considered. It is already developed. That means they did research. With that research only introduced language. So if instance variable is there, we must write instance method. That is one mistake already we did. We should not write in class method. If you write class method, and also it is not recommended to call like this. It is not recommended to call. Okay. Here two mistakes are there. So in a program instance variable is there, we should not write this static method. That's what this keyword is not required inside the static methods. When we have to use static, if don't require object, then only we have to go for static. If requires object means we should not write static method. Like that. Now any doubt? That's what I expected. So if static is like what generally student will think, If this is if object is there, this keyword should come. Object is not there, this keyword should not come. Like that only people think that is right. Your thinking is right, I'll accept. But it is already developed, they did research, they with that only introduced it. In your program, instance variable is there, we should not write static method. Static method is not required in this situation. Suppose instance variable is not there. Assume instance variable is not there. This keyword required. This keyword is not required. When this keyword required, if instance variable is there, like that. That means already they did research like that only. That is the reason introduced like that. What do you want? Your program, this instance variable is there. Suppose instance variable is there. Static method is not required. Okay. Suppose static methods are there in your program. When you will write this instance variable is not there, then only will write. Then this keyword is not required in this situation. Like that. That means if this keyword is there, static method not required. Static method is there, this keyword is not required. That is only real-time environment required. Like that only developed. That's what inside of the static method, this keyword not supported. Now, main method is instance method or class method. That's what inside the main method also this keyword not allowed. Inside the main method. Main method is static, no? That's what inside the main method not allowed. Inside the main method also this keyword not allowed. Got it? It is supported means they prepared while developing what will happen while doing research. Different ways they'll think, different ways they'll develop. After developing, some other problems may comes. They have to solve. Either they have to solve or they have to modify, they have to change something. It is like that only continued. That's what they'll do in documentation. Do's and don'ts they'll give. Do's and don'ts. Suppose for example, if one C++ concept I'll take, then easily understand. Operator overloading one concept is there in C++ language, Python language, operator overloading, but Java not there. With operator overloading, many advantages are there, but there is one disadvantage. Operator definition you can change, but people are doing like that also. That's what Java developers what they did, remove that concept. You can redefine, you can change the meaning. Plus like a minus also you can write. Addition like a minus, subtraction also you can make it. Like that if you do, what will happen? Many problems will come in projects. That's what those people what they given in other language, do's, don'ts. Don't do that one they said. But if you do also it works. They said, but people are not listening. Then what will happen? It works. But Java people what they did? That concept is removed. Now you cannot do it like that. So first what is came? C language came. What are the problem they faced in C? Those are rectified by C++ developers. They prepared new style. Again C, C++, what are the problem they faced? Java developers new style they prepared. But again one more language comes, no? What are the problems are there? One more language they'll rectify. That type. So it is not possible to change means continuation like that only. That type will be there. So after completion also, what they'll do, beta version first they'll release. Again, public beta, private beta, alpha, beta, gamma, 3 versions actually. First in that company only they'll check. Later they'll introduce to public. In public also, you can inform to Sun Microsystems company of a problem faced. Like that also. Then also they'll change. Like that they'll introduce alpha, beta, gamma. Gamma nothing but 1.0, 2.0 like that. First alpha in that company only. Beta they'll release to public only. That's what when you open Java version history, first beta appears, you observe. Number will not appear. Number will not appear. Not only Java, any software. Any software, you observe. Java version history if you click. Any software. See first version actually 1.0 will think. Actually 1. Not 1.0. See JDK beta. So actually alpha also will be there. Alpha. Alpha means within that company only. That company people only they can install, they can download, they can check software problems. But beta means public also can check. Like these are nothing but gamma, alpha, beta, gamma. Once if it is gamma means like you can use in real-time applications. That meaning like that. So still some these versions, what will happen? New version, why it will come? Old versions problem they may change here, and old version problem they may rectify, they'll add it, and they'll add new features also. They'll modify existed features also. They'll remove some existed features also. That will be happen. So Java 17, now Java 18. Java 17 features present plus additional features will be there. That purpose new version comes. As well as existed feature they may modify. That purpose also new version comes. Or some feature they may remove. That purpose also new version comes. Three situations. One situation is adding new features. One more is removing existed features. One more is modifying. Like that. Different situation, new versions comes. See, these are lifelong maintenance projects. These are every day they'll update. See, Java 17 going on. 18 this month only coming. It is not released. So maybe by 31st it will come. Java SC 18. 18 not released. But when it is going to come, see, March 2022. By 31st it will come. But see, 19 also coming. 20 also. 21 also. Date already announced. So, Java 21 version September 2023 is going to come. That date also already announced. That means documentation already prepared. Implementation is going on. Every day they'll update. Every day. So Java project every day they'll update. But this not only this type of softwares, Gmail, Google, Yahoo also every day they are updating. Facebook also, WhatsApp also every day they are updating. These are lifelong maintenance projects. These all. It is not going to end. According to trend, project updated. According to trend. Okay. So some concepts like that, it will be there still. Now, next. This is static method, does not refer this keyword in any way. This is one concept. Next. One more example. Suppose here void show. Here one method. Void print. One more method. Void show, void print. Now both are instance methods only, no? So demo d equal to new demo. D dot print. Now control comes here. I want to call show method. Can I write only show? Think yourself. Think yourself. Now for calling show method, object reference or object required. Now I'm calling like this. Think yourself. Here also this keyword comes. So this dot show. It is valid, implicitly valid. So it is one more example about this. Say suppose welcome. Even here also I'll write system dot out dot println hello. Now demo class loaded, open brace executed, main method called, open brace executed, object created, that object referred by D with that D dot print. Control comes here. Welcome hello printed, show. Implicitly this dot show. Again it comes here. Welcome printed. So file save. Compilation execution. Okay. Here implicitly this dot show. Write this example also. What are your doubts, online students? Neha, what is your doubt? Write this one. Here implicitly this dot show. See, doubt means this type of doubts. Assignment 5, Angular class, like this. What I am teaching, what you are asking. Instance variable in instance method. Already explained yesterday. Yesterday explained. Yesterday instance variable with instance method only explained. Here implicitly this dot show. Non-technical doubts, you can contact admin. Okay. And even when new batch is going to start, Angular batch and SQL batch, you can see website, you can find out. No need to ask any faculty. Just see the website. When batch is going to start, you can check it out. Frequently you check it website. All batches details will be there. So here, if I write show, implicitly this dot show. Implicitly this dot show. Okay. That's not valid. That's not valid. So demo class loaded, open brace executed, main method called, open brace executed, object created for demo class, that object referred by D, with the D print method called. Control comes here. System.out.println hello. Show means implicitly this dot show. Welcome. Okay. Now see, now it is possible like this. Suppose if I create object like this, it is also possible. Okay, again object creating D dot show. Then memory wasted. So one more object, why one more object? That object only can use. That purpose only this keyword. So again, if you create object, see here what will happen? Here one object created. That object referred by D with the D dot print. Control comes here. But again one more object created. With that object again D dot show. So this object memory wasted. This object already existed object you can use. That is only this. That is only this. Okay. Now this is about this keyword. About this keyword, any doubt? This is only method chaining, another terminology. So here main method calls this method. This method calls this method. So you can call it as, if you want, method chaining. Okay. So this method calls this method. This method calls this method. Like that. See. Is it clear about this keyword? Now next concept. Constructors. Next concept, constructors. Constructors. This keyword not completed. Again in a constructor also this keyword comes. See, note down. A constructor is a special method. A constructor is a special method which has same name as the class name. A constructor is a special method which has same name as the class name and which has no return type. A constructor is a special method. We cannot write method in a method. Error comes. Method in a method not possible in Java. Python supports, but Java doesn't support. A constructor is a special method which has same name as the class name and which has no return type. A constructor is a special method which has same name as the class name and which has no return type. So method name same and method name, class name same and no return type. Then that is called constructor. What is the use of constructor and when we have to use constructor, I'll explain. Next, write it. Constructor is called automatically whenever an object is created. Constructor is called automatically whenever an object is created. Constructor is called automatically whenever an object is created. Constructors are used to initialize instance variables. Constructors are used to initialize instance variables. Constructors are used to initialize instance variables. Say what is constructor and when constructor is called and what is the purpose of constructor. I'll explain. Constructors are two types. First one, default constructor without arguments. Second one, parameterized constructor with arguments. Now, ready solve. If the class does not contain any other constructor if the class does not contain any other constructor, then only Java compiler implicitly provides one default constructor. Now I'll explain all points. Note down. A constructor is a special method which has same name as the class name and which has no return type. Constructor is called automatically whenever an object is created. Constructors are used to initialize instance variables. Constructors are two types. Default constructor, parameterized constructor. Default constructor means without arguments. Parameterized constructor means with arguments. If the class does not contain any other constructor, then only Java compiler implicitly provides one default constructor. These all points I would explain. Just I given theory only. Now, every point I'll explain. See, first what is constructor? That is I'll show you. Is it over? So these all points I would explain. Now, first point, a constructor is a special method. It is also method only, but it is special method. What is the speciality? Speciality is method name, class name, same. That is one speciality. And one more, no return type. You studied without return value. You didn't study without return type. Without return type, method is not possible. Constructor only possible. So if the method is not returning means we return void. Void meaning it is not returning, but void also return type only, no? Void also return type. If the method is returning integer, we return int. If the method is returning float, we return float. If the method is not returning means void. Void also return type, but here void also we should not write. Void also we should not write. Okay? Without return type this is, which has no return type. That is without return value. It is not returning, but here it without return type. Type only should not mention. Okay? See, that is different. This is different. Suppose class name demo. In this class method name demo and no parameters. Like no parameters, that is later we'll see. No, which are no return type. You observe class name demo, method name demo, and no return type. That is called constructor. Suppose think yourself and give me answer. These many classes you study, no? With that knowledge, give me answer. Can I call this is constructor? Can I call? No, because capital letter, small letter also you have to check. So here D capital, here D capital, here D capital, here D small letter. Java is a case sensitive. Each and everything it will observe. So capital letter, small letter also considered. So this is called constructor. This is method. Method without return type. Can we write method? No. That's what? It's an error. It's an error. Suppose if I write like this, valid or not valid, give me answer. It is valid. It is valid. You observe, this is called constructor. According to definition, a constructor is a special method which has same name as the class name and which has no return type. So method name, class name same and no return type. It is called constructor. But capital letter, small letter also checked. That's why it is not a constructor. It is called method. But method without return type, error comes. It's an error. But if you write return type, it will be considered as a method valid. It is valid. But confusion concept is fourth one. This is more confusion. Now, is it valid or not valid? Now, is it constructor or method? I'm not asking. Is it valid or not valid? Think yourself. Now, here actually, if you think also actually what will happen is guessing only. It is only guessing. So, few students what they'll think, class name, method name same, but return type is there. Class name, method name, capital letter, small letter, everything same. So it is constructor. Constructor should not contain return type. So it's an error. Like that you can think. One more style. It is return type is there. It is a method. It should be valid. Like that also you'll think. Okay. That's what. Here what will happen? This type of questions, if you think also, answer will not come. Because what compiler understands, that format required. So sometimes what will happen, 10-20 years experienced people also you ask, they may not give answer for this. Like because two different ways you can think. What will think? Class name, method name same, but return type is there. Class name, method name same means constructor. Constructor should not contain return type. That's what error. Like that you can think. One more way, return type is there. That's what it is not a constructor. It is a method valid. Like that also you can think. Now both are thinking, both are right up here. Okay. But here Your thinking, my thinking not considered, already told. Okay. What Java compiler understands, that format. Java compiler will understand it's a method, it's a valid, but it is not called automatically because it is not a constructor. Like that it will understand. So now here, first point, according to first point, this is only constructor. It is a method without return type error. It is a method with return type valid. It is also method, but notation not followed. Method means second word onwards, first letter capital. But here first word also, first letter also capital. It is notation not followed. That means not recommended to write like this, but valid. It's not a constructor. It is a method. Like that it will understand. So now note down examples. Examples. It is constructor. It is valid. It is a constructor. It is valid. So class name, method name, same. And if there is no return type, then only it is constructor. That's what in a one line, one point only given, which has no return type also I said in that line only. Okay. Class name, method name, same. And no return type. Then only it will be treated as constructor. Okay. Is it over? The second one. Second one, it is a method, but not valid. It is a method, it is not valid. It is a method, it is not valid. Why it is not valid? Method without return type is not possible. That's the reason error. Okay. This second one, it is a method, not valid. Third one, it is a method, valid. It is a method, it is valid. So it is a method, it is valid. This third one. Fourth one, it is also valid. It is also method, it is valid. It is valid, not recommended, but valid only. Or now I'll show you all. Suppose see, demo. Is it constructor or method? It is a constructor. System.out.println something welcome. It is a constructor. When constructor is called? No, when constructor is called? Constructor is called automatically whenever an object is created. If we create object, it is called. Now, it is constructor. It is constructor. Okay. It is called automatically whenever an object is created. Say demo d equal to new demo. Now it is called automatically. Actually, how it is called automatically is in the object creation syntax. What is this? Constructor, no? That is the reason called. So in the object creation syntax only, constructor is there. That is the reason this is called. Okay. See, file, save. If I compile and execute, welcome. Suppose now give me answer. If I write like this, is it called or not called? Think yourself and give answer. Called or not called? Not called. Because what is that? Object reference. But when constructor called? Object. Is it object? No, it is a proof. It is not an object. See, file, save. If it is object, it should be called. See, not called. So it is not an object. That's what not called. When it is called, object is created. Now, if I write like this, called or not called? Called, because this is object created. This type of object is called anonymous object. We can also call unreferenced object. That's what it is called. See, file, save. Compilation, execution. Called no? So write this one. It is constructor. It is constructor. So whenever object is created, constructor is called. So your object created. That's what constructor called. That's what output will come. Is it over? Now. So constructor is not going to return. Reason demo d equal to new demo will write no. After creating object, always it returns hash code. That is the reason it doesn't return other things. Always object created, the address is going to return. That is stored in D. That is the reason void also not allowed. Actually void meaning it is not returning, but it actually is returning. What is returning? Hash code. That is the reason explicitly other return types not allowed. Void also not allowed. Void meaning is not returning, but it is returning actually. It is returning. What is returning? Hash code. Okay. Now, if I write like this, is it constructor or method? Method. Now, it is a proof. If it is constructor, it should be called. It should be called. It is not called. See, file, save. See, it is a proof. Not called because that is method, not a constructor. That is instance method or class method. Instance method. How many ways to access? What are those? I want to call with object reference. What we have tried. demo d equal to new demo d dot demo. Like that only you have to call, because there is a method name also demo. See, now it is valid. File, save, compilation, execution. So it is valid. Okay, write this one also. It is a method. It is a method, not a constructor. Instance method. It is valid. It is an instance method. It is a valid syntax. No error. So it is considered as a method. That's what calling like this only. Is it over? No. No. This first point completed, second point completed. Okay. Third later. Next, these 2 points. Okay. Constructors are 2 types. Default constructor, parameter constructor. Default constructor means without argument. Parameter means with arguments. But methods are 4 types. No. Methods are 4 types. What are those? With argument, with return value. With argument, without return value. Without argument, with return value. Without argument, there is a return value with return, without return. That is the reason 4 combination. But actually consider no return type. No. That is the reason 2 combinations. Without, with, that's it. Without arguments, with return argument. Now, whatever you have seen, that is without arguments. That means default constructor. See, if you write like this, it is called default constructor. If you write like this, it is called parametered constructor. Now, constructor name same. Okay. Parameter list is different. This concept is called overloading or overriding. Overloading. This is the reason only I taught that one little bit. But very depth polymorphism time I'll teach. It is overloading. Constructor overloading. See here. Suppose system.out.println welcome. Okay. Here system.out.println something x. Okay. Now here new demo. If I write new demo, which constructor called? First constructor. Suppose if I pass 5, second constructor. So if I pass 5, this second constructor called. But how it will understand is parameters. Okay. Suppose if I write like this, new demo, then first constructor. So you'll get output 5, welcome. File, save. But in this program, how many objects created? 2 objects. But 1 object only I want to create. I want to call both the methods. That is also possible. I'll show you. But before going to that one, this program also write it. This concept is called constructor overloading. Constructor overloading. This statement calls this method. This statement calls this method. Constructor overloading. Constructor overloading. So new demo of 5. That means this constructor called. New demo, this constructor called. But two objects created. Two objects. With one object only, calling two constructors also possible. So with one object only, method to method we called. This keyword we used. Like that, this keyword concept here also present. See, I'll show you. So method name same, parameter list different. It is called method overloading. Like that, constructor name same and parameter list different. That is called constructor overloading. Okay, constructor overloading. Here new demo of 5, parameter constructor called. New demo, default constructor called. Is it over? Say what is the use of constructor I given here. I didn't explain till. I didn't explain. That is, it will take half an hour. That is tomorrow class. This point tomorrow class. Okay. Now here only. Say you studied. What you studied is this dot you studied. This dot. This dot variable name be written. This dot method name be written. Okay. But here we have another concept. This brackets. It calls default constructor. It calls default constructor of superclass. Sorry. It calls default constructor of current class. Not done. It calls default constructor. This is not required now. This brackets. It calls default constructor of current class. This argument 1. This argument 2. Like this. It calls parameterized constructor of current class. It calls default constructor of current class. It calls parametered constructor of current class. But one more thing, these two statements, all places we cannot write. Only inside the constructor, that to first line only. Why? You'll understand in further sessions. These brackets are these arguments must be a first statement in a constructor. Other places we cannot write. That to first statement only. This or this must be a first statement in a constructor. Must be a first statement in a constructor. Other places, if you write, error comes. This bracket semicolon or this brackets arguments must be a first statement in a constructor. So if you write this one, it calls default constructor of current class. If you write this one, it calls parametered constructor of current class. Either this or this must be a first statement. That too inside the constructor only. Other places you cannot write. Why it should be a first statement? That is, while understanding super keyword, you'll understand. Because this concept related to super keyword also. While teaching super keyword, I'll explain about this keyword again at the time also. Okay. And now, this previous program you observe. In previous program, how many constructors are there? 2 constructors. How many objects are created? 2 objects. Now, I'll create only one object. Now, what is the output comes? 5 is the output. File, save. If I compile, compilation, execution. See, output is 5. Suppose here, new demo of 5. Control comes here. 5 printed. Here, this brackets. If I write new demo of 5, control comes here. 5 copied in X. This control comes here. Welcome printed. After that, 5 printed. See, file, save. Compilation, execution. Call no? So it calls default constructor of current class. Suppose this line, if I write here, it's an error. Now, compilation, what is error? See, call to this must be first statement in constructor. But why? Reason not there. I have to explain. Okay, that is error coming. But why this? It should be a first statement. That is today you cannot understand. While teaching super keyword, I'll discuss about this keyword again. Okay. So this statement must be a first statement. Other places, if you write error, it's compulsory first statement only. See this brackets. Now it calls this one. It calls this one. That's what output will come after that 5. Now write this program. Like this it called. From here, like this it called. So output welcome and 5. Next, that one. Next program, that one. Is it over? So output is welcome and 5. So new demo of 5. Control comes here. This control comes here. welcome printed. After that 5 printed. Suppose here if I write new demo, control where it comes, default constructor welcome. Okay. Suppose here this of 10. Now it comes to parametered constructor. So first 10 printed and here welcome printed. Suppose if I don't pass parameter, what will happen? Recursive. It will never come out. Okay. Because first it is called, again this, again it comes here, again this, again it comes here. It will rotate there only. It will never end. Okay. So output also will not come, and until RAM performance like complete full, it will rotate there only. Okay. So like this. Suppose if you write like this, new demo, control comes here, this of 10, control comes here, 10 printed, after that welcome printed. File, save. See, compilation, execution. Okay, write this one also. So output first 10 comes, later welcome. Welcome. So new demo, control comes to default constructor. This of 10, control comes to parameter constructor. 10 printed, after printing welcome printed. That's what output 10 and welcome. Is it over? About constructor, 2 more points are there. One is purpose of constructor. Constructors are used to initialize instance variable as given, but without constructor only we initialized previously. What's the difference? That is tomorrow class we'll see. And one more point is there. Java compiler implicitly provide default constructor. That is not completed. That is also we'll see tomorrow. Okay. Here 2 points are there. No? This point and this point. These two I have to explain. Okay. That is tomorrow I'll explain. Not completed. Which one? This one. It should be a first statement. Okay, right. This or this must be a first statement. Okay, tomorrow we'll see continuation. It is not completed. Tomorrow it will be continued.